Hi my friends, welcome to channel English Professionally and this video course 700 English sentences. So it's a very good English speaking and grammar practice if you really want to speak English fluently and correctly, so you can listen and repeat. How often does he test their knowledge? I want to know English better. I really like it. Do you want to study better? He lives there. This test seems very easy. I need your advice. I need to see her. She'd like to go to another place. What time do you usually get up? She feels happy. Do you often call him? How does he get home? What do you think about it? He doesn't know it. What seems useless? Do we have enough practice? I really like these lessons. He lives in this country. She wants to see you right now. I want to be happy. She has a car. Does he want to live abroad? What do your friends usually order? He works very hard. It depends on them. What English books does he have? He wants more. I understand you very well. She explains all these things very well. She loves you. These lessons really help. She does those exercises regularly. She always does it on time. What helps you? I want to go abroad. I need money. How often does she go to the cinema? What does she want to add? She works very hard. My sister studies there. I like your lessons. Who loves her? I remember it. I want a new computer. What helps you? She lives in this place. I'd like a cup of coffee. It doesn't seem strange. What worries you more? How does it help you? My parents want to do it. All people do it. How long does it take him to get to that place? He doesn't try to find a good job. You don't try to learn English. What kind of examples does his teacher give? Does this person seem very good? It doesn't seem useful. I think so. They go to work. I go to work. How does she explain it? She needs to correct these mistakes. What music do you prefer? My sister lives there. How long does it take his daughter to get to school? You need to remember this rule. I live in this country. Do you remember it? I need to speak English without any mistakes at all. I understand everything. It helps me. I like it. Which drink does she prefer? Tea or coffee? Do you support me? Why do your parents disagree with you? She feels so happy. He goes to work. It depends on us. Does he hate this thing? How often do you go there? I like this idea. I don't want to study there. When do you have free time? She watches different movies. Do you often listen to music? I like this method. She tries to understand it. It doesn't inspire me. I want it. How often do you think about it? Where do they spend time together? I'd like to drink a cup of coffee. She doesn't want to discuss it. When does he feel happy? I don't want to live in that city. Who wants to live abroad? Your lessons really help. He misses you. I do it with great pleasure. It attracts me. Why does she refuse to pay? This lesson seems interesting. How do you get home? He wants more practice. Does that test seem very easy? Do we have enough knowledge? How do you spend your free time? Does he remember all these rules? Why does it happen again and again? Do they do business? Does she teach English? She reads in English. She speaks English very well. Do they support us? These lessons seem very useful. He often plays computer games. I practice English every day. My parents know it. Who corrects your mistakes? Does your boyfriend want to go abroad? Why does he say these things again and again? She has a cat. Who sees these mistakes? These things attract them. I see you really like English. I want more practice. Does he often think about it? Why do you think so? We speak English. Do you go to work? Do you work on your mistakes? Do these things seem unimportant? What does your boss usually answer? I need to study harder. Where do you work? How regularly do you practice English? He also works here. Does the student show brilliant results? He understands you very well. What seems strange? I live in India. My friend doesn't think so. He has an offer. Why does he always complain about it? He knows more. I see everything. He doesn't want to read these books. He wants to read those books. Does he often watch TV? He thinks so. I like this thing. He teaches English. It doesn't help me. I don't want to play computer games. Do you remember everything? Do you need my advice? My boss reads all the documents. She does it very well. How much money do you have with you? He sees that mistake. Does this lesson seem useful? Who supports you? It seems interesting. I don't agree with you. She misses you. Do they support this decision? She really remembers it. I want to thank you. I want to know it. We live in this country. I really need English. How does he support you? I need to correct this mistake. He also knows it. How regularly does your boss check it? How does your sister feel? How regularly does he do these exercises? I want to go to another place. Who do you know? These things seem unimportant. How long does it take her to get to this place? What does he remember? Why do you agree with him? It really happens. I'd like a cup of tea. I need this thing. He often goes to the cinema. I want to train my memory. They don't do business. I don't want to think about it. She wants to do it right now. My friend needs your help. Does he ignore her words? Does your father need it? Why does it attract you? I know they like it. He does it every day. How regularly do you learn English? Do you really like this idea? Does it seem interesting? How many dollars does he have? They go to school. Do I have enough money? I want to do it. My brother tries to do it. She doesn't remember it. I speak English. His lessons seem very useful. What does he want to add? Why do your friends disagree with you? We understand you. What do you want to say? It looks interesting. He doesn't have a car. We need to solve this problem. Does your mother want to tell him all the truth? It inspires me. What inspires you? Who does she love? Does she often listen to the radio? I don't want to tell you about this problem. What do you like here? The ideas seem very interesting. What does he need to change? Does his girlfriend understand it? I find all these lessons really useful. Why do you depend on him? She also works there. How does she train her memory? Do your parents understand it? You know it. Why does your boss criticize it? I see he really likes it. I don't want to know it. Does that lesson seem boring? Does she ignore it sometimes? It attracts him. Does she want to go abroad? I want to speak English fluently and correctly. Where do you go? This lesson helps me. They often criticize them. Your brother often says it. Do you like that offer? She tries to learn English. Do they see their mistakes? Do you like it? Does your friend agree with you? My sister lives in this place. I have an idea. How do you usually get to that place? I don't understand these people. How regularly do you speak English? He has dollars. I know it. This thing attracts her. What time does she leave home? When do you feel happy? He'd like to become a doctor. He makes so many mistakes. What books do you read? She goes to school. I support this decision. Who does it motivate? It seems useless. Do you have free time? Do you agree with him? What channels does he watch? I'd like to visit this place. We like it. I love you. What time does your mother come to work? She watches TV. Why do you want to visit this place? Who does he support? He wants to buy this thing. She wants more practice. Does this thing seem important? I don't want to say it. I need to speak English fluently. Does he often speak English? My friend likes this hotel. I really want it. Does it seem boring? I feel it. It happens. What kind of computer games do they play? I need to solve these problems. I like this channel. Why does it look strange? How often do you go to the gym? Does this information seem unimportant? Do you agree with her? I work here. What does she want to add? I'd like to know English very well. Our mother thinks the same. That offer seems strange. This offer looks interesting. How does he usually spend his free time? How does she get home? He has a house. She needs your advice. What do they want to tell you? We don't want to live in another place. I really need it. What worries you? What do you want to do? His father has a car. She'd like to become a teacher. What does she try to do? I want this thing. My boss always says it. When does it happen? This company has money. He has a company. Its profit seems so big. She remembers it. I really need your lessons. Do the students speak English correctly? I want to speak English correctly. I want a good car. Where does he work? How often do these things happen? Who knows it? She sees this mistake. I want to improve my English. My parents want to live in another place. Do your friends agree with you? Does he ignore everything? Do these results motivate you? Do you want to know your mistakes? Do you agree with them? I need to call him. What interests you? I want to improve my grammar. I want to go there one more time. I study here. I want this computer. Does she often say it? I don't know. Does the student make mistakes? We need more information. They show brilliant results. We remember it. Do you often visit this place? What advice does she give you? Do you often do it? I'd like to go abroad. Why does it interest him? I have a sister. He needs it. Do you support him? What attracts him there? So those problems, for example, those problems are so big. Okay? Those problems are so big. Really, it's terrible. Okay, what does she usually say? What does she usually say? What seems important? He lives in this house. I need it. What really helps you? I see it. What time do you go to bed? He helps me. How many friends do you have? She needs it. What really helps you? Who supports you? Do you often use the internet? Do you have enough money? Do you often go to the gym? They study very hard. He always promises it. I want to have a good job. How many mistakes do you usually make? I really need you. He feels happy. I don't like it. How many English words do you know? Where do your parents live? I need to improve my English. Who checks all this information? What does your boss usually promise? I want to go there. Yeah, I want to go there one more time. He needs to change his life. Does he try to find a new job? I do business. Where does your father work? She lives in that place. Where does she usually go? We want it. He tries to help me. What do you know? I think you need to work less. What drinks does she prefer? Does your friend like this idea? It really inspires me. Does this information seem useless? Do you support him? Do you need help? So my boss usually ignores it. My boss usually ignores it. He likes this dress. What books does she prefer to read? Why do you like this channel? He tries to find more time for English. It really helps me. I need to train my memory. You need it. My mother comes home early. I really like this place. Does it sometimes happen? Does she like this profession? He checks, when you say he or she, he checks all the information. What advice do teachers give you? My father comes home late. We don't understand it. We live in Russia. Your mother needs to work less. I'd like to become a businessman. I want to go there again. I know it very well. Where does she study? How regularly do your teachers tell you these things? It doesn't work. I want to learn English fast. What channels does he usually watch? I work there. What motivates you more? My friend wants to check it one more time. Do you often go there? I like this video. That method seems useless. Does she really like it? He'd like to order it online. Who do you support? How long does it take you to get to school? I don't want to live in this country. So, this student shows brilliant results. Do they agree with us? He explains everything very well. How often does he go to the zoo? I go to school. My friend has a car. I need to solve that problem. They like it. I don't want to discuss it. I really want to know it. He has a dog. How do you get there? Does he live there? I'd like to become a businessman. Does he like it? I want to practice English now. She goes to school with great pleasure. I want to speak English without mistakes. What advice does your teacher give you? You need to remember it. We need it. You need to change it. When do you go to work? I understand you. Does she need to come to that place? Why do they depend on you? How long does it take your friends to get there? What kind of books do you read? Why does your mother think so? He wants to do it. I like this advice. What advice do your friends give you? I'd like to do it. He sometimes plays computer games. Does he pay for it? I have a car. I work. They don't help me. Does he like this project? Does this exam seem very difficult? You help me. I'd like to practice English. I understand. We live here. How often do these things happen? My father leaves home very early. He doesn't work there. He works here. Do these lessons help you? I need to check it. She also thinks so. She has interesting ideas. When does your father leave home? When do those things happen? Does he hate it? It looks strange. What lessons does your teacher find really useful? He needs more money. What seems so interesting? She likes it. Does he want to work in another place? He sometimes wants to do it. Do we show good results? You see it. His father needs money. It doesn't interest me at all. You speak English very well. He needs to find a good job. What does she tell him? I want to speak English better. He really thinks so. He doesn't have this information. Does his father do business? They want to solve all these problems right now. I don't want to drink. Where do you live? What do you need to do? Why does he complain so often? It depends on him. How long does it take his son to get to work? I like this channel too. My friend needs your advice right now. I need to call them. How often do you listen to the radio? Does he often hear it? She teaches it. Do you need more money? Why does your friend want to look for a new job? I have a brother. How does she test their knowledge? He doesn't share your point of view. I need this information. He reads in English. How regularly does your teacher say it? She wants to go to the park. My brother wants it. I like this playlist. She wants more. I hate it. They need it. I don't want to tell you this thing. He also works here. How do you usually spend your free time? How does he solve these problems? Who controls it? She wants to do it. He tries to do it. What kind of movies does she watch? Do you need to solve this problem right now? I really like this channel. Do you go to school? My father does business. She likes this place. I need to learn English. Do I make mistakes? Do you know about this problem? How often does this thing happen? How much free time does your business partner have? I'd like to drink a cup of tea. We want to know English. He also remembers it. She helps me. Does their boss know all the truth? I study there. Does it really help you? I'd like to thank you for everything. I want a new flat or I want a new apartment. Does he often tell you these things? Who usually checks it? I live in this city. All people know it. I share your point of view. These lessons help me. I need to do it. How much money does she pay? These students show brilliant results. I really need to know it. Who goes to work? Does she need to call him? Who do you usually see there? Does your teacher see it? What seems unimportant? I remember it very well. What time does he come to work? What looks strange? I want this dress. Why does it seem useless? I need to speak English without mistakes. Does it often happen? She sometimes goes to the cinema. Do the students show excellent results? I really like this playlist. How often do you use the internet? I think you need to work more. I like English. I need to speak English correctly. I often listen to the radio. He has money. Does this result motivate you? Do you like this dress? Which channel does he usually watch? I want it. How does your brother control it? How regularly do you check it? She reads English books. It seems unimportant. Why does he refuse to do it? I don't want to do it right now. She wants to live in another place. Who does it worry? Do your friends always support you? She always does it with great pleasure. I don't know this person. My boss knows everything. My partner needs to solve this Problem. Right, my partner needs to solve this problem. Does this channel help you? Do you agree with me? How many English words does your friend want to know? Does this teacher explain everything very well? Why do you want to know English very well? I also like this channel. It depends on her. I live in the city. He loves you. I want to buy a new flat or a new apartment. I'd like to become a manager. What works so well? You work very hard. Do you understand me? They do business. Who checks everything? Does she often use it? All your ideas seem very interesting. I feel happy. I want to have a good car. We don't share your point of view. They know everything. He often complains about it. Does she tell him everything? They don't want to listen to us. He doesn't want to try to find a good job. Do you try to improve this result? They help me. Why does this idea seem so interesting? I disagree with you. Does she need to come there? Do you support this decision? What English books do you read? How to get to this place? We think so. We want much more practice. She lives in that city. How long does it take you to get to work? He tries to find a job. Does he look for a job? He knows it. How many English words does he know? How do you get to work? You like it. I do these exercises regularly. She often goes to the park. How often do you watch TV? Does this channel seem very interesting? Does he always pay for her? How do you find this idea? Who motivates you? How much free time do you have? Does it look strange? My friend wants to live abroad. I like this question. She always criticizes him. I usually get up early. I really want to speak English fluently. I prefer tea. She prefers coffee. Do you remember this rule? We see its success. Your words inspire us. This result motivates us. It depends on our boss. What motivates you more? I want to thank you for your advice. I'd like to thank you for your help. How to find these lessons? How to find this place? Do you want more practice? Do you want to improve your results? Yeah, it's a question. How often do you go to the zoo? Who do you usually call? So who usually, so don't forget to add s. So you need to say who usually calls you. What does he refuse to do? I need to train my memory more. She often asks these questions. He sometimes answers. I like your decision. I share their point of view. He always promises it. What do you want to add? What would you like to add? She would like to drink a cup of tea. Okay, cup of tea. So I need this information now. Do your friends like this channel? So my friends really like it. So I find these videos very useful. So I'd like to thank our teacher for everything, really. So what a good idea, actually, to thank our teacher for everything, but I think that actually I don't need it. Okay, so I really hope that it was a great idea to record this amazing course, yeah, which is extremely useful, not only for speaking, but for grammar too. Thank you very much, my friends. I wish you good luck. Good luck. Bye-bye. Hi, my friends. Welcome to channel English Professionally. And this video is 800 English sentences. So it's a very intensive English speaking and grammar practice. So this video is very useful not only for, speaking, but also for grammar. So you can listen and repeat. How much is this book? What's there? How is he? He's so clever. She's a beautiful girl. Are the women at home? When are you busy? Is this method really ineffective? It isn't a difficult rule. It isn't boring. Is it a good result? He isn't a professional teacher. Is it a brilliant result? I have a car. The car is very good. How is this exercise? Where is the goal? It's easy. What's your name? It's so boring. It isn't a very bad situation. It's so cheap. Is this story so funny? It's the best course. He's such a clever person. How useful is the lesson? How much is the computer? It isn't his profession. How effective are the lessons? It's very easy. It's sunny. Are they from Spain? It's so difficult. Is it expensive? How is she? You are so clever. How much is the house? All these videos are very useful. I'm not satisfied with this result. It's an easy exercise. Are you satisfied with their answer? It's a useless lesson. It isn't for this level. Is it a very simple exercise? Are you sure? It's difficult. My memory is bad. It's a very ineffective method. She isn't free, she is very busy. It's cheap. Why are these exercises so difficult? How expensive is it? She is very beautiful. Is your mother at school? It isn't an easy lesson. Is he tired? It's simple. Are the videos funny? When is he at work? Is the game interesting? How old are you? Are you really sure? Is it a very important detail? It's easy. It's a very low level. Where are the children? Why is your boss right? He is such a poor boy. They're rich. Is he your boss? What's important? Who is she? It's the best playlist. It's the best answer. Who is in the park? Our manager is very professional. Is it cheap? These lessons are really good. Are you tired? Is the article in English? It's too expensive. I'm so happy. How is the channel? Is the computer new? It's better. Is it impossible? Is it an excellent result? What's your job? Your help is very important. It's so simple. Is the airport near? Is this level enough? Is he their client? They aren't pessimistic. Is this language difficult? What's the time? What time is it? Am I right? You are right. He isn't busy. He is free. Is it so effective? All his lessons are free. Is his video so funny? Why is this problem so big? Why are those lessons ineffective? It's a very interesting detail. Why is that method ineffective? Are these things so important? It's so easy. How old is your sister? Is it only for children? It's so cheap. Is he a director? It isn't far. It's near. It's such a useful video. It isn't the best decision for us. Is this computer powerful? Are they lazy? This video is very informative. It's such an expensive car. It's there. Is the project so interesting? He is the best teacher in the world. It's interesting. Is it a good idea? What's your best friend's name? Is this word new for you? It's too cold. Is it dangerous? Are these exercises so useful? It's such a cheap thing. Is it sunny? What's your boyfriend's name? Is it his own flat? Is your father at work? It's such a simple answer. English is easy. It's such a boring story. Who is that person? How interesting is it? It's a good idea. He is a manager. What's your father's job? Is this information enough? Is it a big success? How much is this pair of trousers? Is it on the left? All your videos are so interesting. Your boyfriend is 22. Is it a big problem? How easy is it? It's such an expensive car. It's a very good result. Is he single? Is it the same? I am full of ideas. Is he talented? Is this task too difficult? Where are our teachers? It isn't so easy. It's a very simple method. It's very interesting. It's an interesting idea. The day is hot. It's simple. I am not at home, I am at work. Who is here? Is this task too easy? Is he a rich man? He is a good manager. Is this song very popular? This woman isn't so wise. Is the game boring? Am I talented? What's your boyfriend's name? How is it? How is your dress? It's such an effective method. My friend is sure. It isn't such a bad situation. It isn't so bad. Is he your boyfriend? Where is she? Why are the students there? I am not satisfied with these results at all. He is a very professional teacher. The students are ready. He is a very poor person. He isn't in America. Is it an important detail? It's a very small mistake. Who are these people? It's so interesting. Is the problem big? It's such an effective lesson. Are the boys at school? It's on the left. She's such a kind woman. It isn't late now. It's so difficult. It's a small mistake. They aren't successful or they aren't successful. Is it her own house? How are these exercises? His father is very rich. I'm not a manager. I'm a teacher. His girlfriend is 19. Is the idea interesting? The men are here. Are we hard-working? Her boyfriend is 24. Is the teacher right? These men are managers. How much is it? How useful is it? Are your friends online? It's a very important thing. Is she his girlfriend? How much is this computer? How difficult is it? The girl is very hard-working. Why is that method so ineffective? He isn't my colleague. Who is at home? She is so kind. He is very rich. Is the idea brilliant? It's a very bad method. How is this playlist? Her level is very low. How is this result? It's so difficult. You are a good teacher. He is a very strange person. What's in your pocket? Is his decision right? How old is your mother? How interesting is the magazine? His wife is 37. That woman is a designer. How much is the dress? It's rainy. His son is in the zoo. It's a very important detail. Are you together? It's very boring. This thing is very important. What's really useful? Why is it useless? It's so easy. It isn't the best course. I like this course more. It's an expensive car. We aren't colleagues. We aren't tied at all. My brother is 16. Are the computers new? It's a very bad decision. How are you? It isn't on the left. What's here? The company is very rich. Are we in the first place? Why are her lessons so ineffective? It's obvious. They aren't my colleagues. Is he the best student? Why is he angry? Is it a boring magazine? Are we in the wrong place? My boss is very busy now. It isn't warm, it's cold. My mother is at work. She is on holiday. Who is wrong? It's worse. It's an informative lesson. Is it cold here? He is a professional teacher. It isn't rainy. It's sunny. Their idea is very interesting. It's such a difficult exam. Is that thing really important? It's a cold day. Is this thing really so important? The day is rainy. It isn't on the right. It isn't a very big mistake. He isn't poor. He is very rich. He is on a business trip. Are you satisfied with your results? It's so important. She's with us now. Is your mother a designer? Is the book so interesting? Is it his point of view? He is so smart. She is sure. It's very important. She is very poor. It's a very boring book. It's so bad. He is a young man. It's an important detail. He's such a talented boy. I'm not a student. I work. She is such a beautiful girl. It's so ineffective. It's interesting. How is the party? It's a very important thing. Are they far? His parents are near. It's bad. It's an important thing. It isn't so. What's your girlfriend's name? Are the lessons really useful? Is the food good? Is the university famous? Is the article about politics? It isn't a very low level. It's so far. What's your brother's name? Is his father a businessman? Are these words new for you? They're my friends. Is it in your own flat? It's the best channel. How effective is the lesson? It's an easy lesson. It's a warm day. Is he a successful businessman? Where is it? How good is the lesson? How's the movie? Is it for children or is it for kids? Are the problems so big? It's a simple test. It's too hot. She is a teacher. They're lazy. The rule is very important. She isn't with him, she is with her. Those lessons aren't effective. Those lessons are ineffective. How difficult is the test? He's at school. Is it an effective method? How much is this book? She's a very beautiful girl. They aren't businessmen, they're managers. I'm so happy. How old is he? The day is windy. I'm happy. Where is the boy? She's so beautiful. Money is important. Are those exercises useless? How much is this pair of jeans? I'm not tight. It's so cold. Is she a poor woman? This method is very simple. Where is our teacher? It's too easy. When is she at home? Is the boy at home? Are you there? What is it? Is this text simple? Is the hotel expensive? Is it worse? It's such an important meeting. I'm sure you're the best teacher in the world. Why are you so happy? Is the book boring? Is it the best channel? It's such an interesting question. Is the lesson useful? What's your wife's job? We're in the park. Who is there? He isn't with them. It's so easy. It isn't a high level. Is his mother a doctor? Is he a lazy boy? Who is that man? It isn't in the first place for me. I'm free. Who is in the room? You're a happy person. Is this university famous? Is it a powerful computer? We aren't sad, we're happy. Where is your husband? Who is next? How difficult are these exercises? It's a very expensive thing. Is he right? I'm 31, and you? It's a very useful thing. Is he really hardworking? It isn't a very good decision. Is knowledge power? Where are you? Are his parents abroad? What's your name? What's in your bag? It's a very interesting offer. We aren't stupid. We are clever. What's your sister's name? This student is so hardworking. It's an expensive thing. It's good. I'm so tired. Are the computers old? You are right. The test is easy. All these exercises are so easy. Is it a funny video? How expensive is this house? Is it such a big problem? Why are you against it? Is the information useful? He is your husband. Where is your wife? It's a hot day. He is a student. It isn't better. It's so popular. It isn't so obvious. Is the channel really good? Is the cat in that room? She is here. She is a very beautiful girl. His result isn't so bad. What's your husband's job? It's bad. It's a very useful lesson. He is a very poor person. You aren't in this place. The question is simple. I'm not tired at all. He isn't a director. He is a manager. It's dark. He's my friend. How old is your brother? The woman is very poor. Is our teacher right? Is it on the right? She isn't in the kitchen. Is this business profitable? How effective are the lessons? What's wrong? Where is your car? His level is very high. Is she beautiful? My friend is at home. The song is very popular. Where is this place? Why are you here? What's your best friend's name? You aren't in the first place, you're in the second place. Are you ready? You are a very happy person. My brother is in the bathroom. It's an interesting idea. This lesson is very useful. I'm 32. It's such a big problem. Those women are teachers. Is this knowledge enough? Are the problems big? What time is it, or what's the time? So you can also add now, so you can ask, so what time is it now, or what's the time now? Good. How effective is the lesson? He's such a clever boy. Your videos are very informative. The boy is at school. What's your brother's name? They're our friends. They aren't in Russia now. Is she married? Is it a very useful video? How interesting is this magazine? It's hot. Is it effective? Is the news important? The channel is really good. Why are these exercises so difficult? It's such a difficult situation. We aren't tight, but I think you are tight. The lesson is interesting. These things are very important. Is his computer new? Is it a very big problem? It isn't a big mistake. When are you free? Is he married? It's a brilliant result. It's such an interesting place. It's a big mistake. What's your friend's name? How difficult is this exercise? She is very optimistic. I'm at school. You aren't right, or you're wrong. He is sure. She is my girlfriend. My girlfriend is 21. Is the channel very popular? It's a simple method. Your results are excellent. These problems are small. Is it a special offer? The article isn't about politics. It's so easy. Am I lucky? She isn't with us. They're at work. It's such a bad situation. Are you in the United States? She isn't here, she is there. It's a good manner. Are we right? What's your job? My parents are so happy. Who is in the first place? It isn't such an important meeting. Is their father a businessman? Is he abroad? Is this test so simple? My brother is ready. Is it his point of view? Is this information really useful? Is this rule important? She is too pessimistic. Is that decision worse? He is so talented. It's such an easy exercise. All these details are very important. What's next? It's so effective. He isn't so hardworking. The women are there. Is she tight? Time is money. It's very easy. We aren't angry, we're very kind. Is time money? I'm at work. You're very kind. I'm not married. I'm single. It's a very good decision. Is it obvious? Is it a famous university? They're poor. The day is sunny. Her daughter is in the park. It's the best example. This problem is very big. The boys are at home. Who is here? Where is your room? The boy is very clever. His parents are abroad now. Is it such an ineffective method? Who is that woman? She isn't a singer, she is an actress. What's your mother's job? It's the best book. You aren't optimistic. These words are new for me. Where is this place? Am I in the right place? Chinese is very difficult. Is your brother at home? Are you really tight? Is this news important? How much is this car? It isn't a high level. This level is low. How much is one English lesson? It's a very easy lesson. The exam is difficult. He's my boyfriend. She's my girlfriend. All these lessons are free. She is beautiful. He isn't sure. Her mother is in the kitchen. What's your sister's name? What's her name? Is this lesson useful for you? It's very useful. How is this test? We are full of optimism. I am not satisfied with this decision. Is he young? He is a businessman. Is your girlfriend 19? It's a very interesting idea. How old is his son? You're the best teacher in the world. She is such a wise woman. It isn't such a difficult exercise. Is this money enough? It isn't interesting. Is it such an effective method? It's a very high level. What's in the box? He is such a professional teacher. It's a low level. It's a very easy exercise. What's his name? How much is the book? How is this test? It's such an easy test. We are so happy. Is the meeting important? This word is new for me. Are the articles in Russian? She's my teacher. Is the article about politics? I'm sure you are the best teacher in the world. What's strange? Their managers are very professional. The day is cold. This year is very difficult. How far is it? It's too difficult. You're a very good teacher. He is a very good doctor. They aren't together. It is impossible, or it's impossible. He is a very rich person. It's so useful. The playlist is so informative. Your boss is very busy at the moment. It's easy. How much is this dress? It isn't a bad situation. Is it a successful project? He isn't ready. Is this woman very wise? Is this song popular? It's an interesting offer. I'm fine. Is it better? It's a boring book. He isn't old, he is very young. His mother is 35. Is this practice really useful? Is your boyfriend 22? Is the computer old? It's so bad. It's a very bad result. It isn't near. It's very far. Is it such an important detail? Is it her opinion? She's so clever. He isn't in the city. He is in another place. This businessman is very rich. It's such an easy lesson. What's your job? How interesting is the offer? Is the result excellent? He isn't Russian. Is it hot here? Is it your decision? It's a bad result. Who is right? Our teacher is very hardworking. I am not married. You're a very good person. Are they tight? I'm not satisfied with this decision. Is this news interesting? This boy is very lazy. Why are you here? Is the meeting so important? How much are these trousers? How good is his offer? Why is this channel so popular? Your husband is at home. I'm at home. Is she in her room? It isn't obvious. It's such a beautiful place. Who are those people? It's warm. Why is the student there? It isn't the same. Is it a very easy lesson? She is a doctor. That boy is very clever. He is a rich person. This mistake is very big. It's important. I'm lazy. His result is brilliant. It's a useful lesson. It's a very big success. I am free. Is the hotel so expensive? Are we the best students? How much is that pair of trousers? I have a computer. The computer is new. Are you from the United States? Are you friends? How good is it? It's a very informative lesson. This man is very rich. Is she poor? How old is your father? Where is he? These lessons are so effective. He isn't in the bathroom. I'm ready. It's in my pocket. Are you here? What's your friend's name? The questions are so easy. Is it the best decision? What's really important? Is she from Italy? Love is a wonderful feeling. Are they at work? I know it's a high level. It's too boring. Is money important? Where is the nearest supermarket? Why is this video so interesting? What's in the box? Or, for example, what's in his box? It's okay too. So these students are very lazy. Are they in another country? It's so good. You're a great teacher. He is poor. It's a good result. We're full of energy. How old is she? Who is at work? It's possible. Is the result very good? Why are these rules so important? Are all these exercises very difficult? Are the men at work? Is the article really interesting? Is it a problem? This information is really useful. Is it a good answer? This book is really boring. Is it a global problem? Who is with you? Is it his version? Is the dog in the room? This place is very beautiful. Your boyfriend is 18. It's such an interesting story. Is it windy? Why is this rule so important? Knowledge is power. He is so strange. Is it an interesting newspaper? His wife is very wise. It's a very big mistake. We are friends. Is this decision better? It's such a bad method. It's very dark. Is he in the building? This project is a big success. Is she lucky? Is she the best student? She is his wife. It's cold. Is he rich? Is it very warm here? How much are these jeans? How important is it for you? Who is in the second place? It's so important. Our teacher is right. It's a big success. What's interesting? Your examples are very good. Is it so bad? It's on the right. The lesson is useful. These lessons are very useful. Is it a very big success? Why is he at work now? He is a lazy student. It's a very useful example. The news is bad. Knowledge is important. Money is also important. My progress is so big. My results are excellent. My English is better. My mistakes are small. English is really easy for me. What's the best channel in the world? Your success is my success. So really, my friends, I think that your success is my success, and really it's a great idea. Actually, it was a great idea to record this video for you. So it's a very intensive English speaking and grammar practice. Thank you very much, my friends. I wish you good luck. Bye-bye. Ends you very well. What seems strange? I live in India. My friend doesn't think so. He has an offer. Why does he always complain about it? He knows more. I see everything. He doesn't want to read these books. He wants to read those books. Does he often watch TV? He thinks so. I like this thing. He teaches English. It doesn't help me. I don't want to play computer games. Do you remember everything? Do you need my advice? My boss reads all the documents. She does it very well. How much money do you have with you? He sees that mistake. Does this lesson seem useful? Who supports you? It seems interesting. I don't agree with you. She misses you. Do they support this decision? She really remembers it. I want to thank you. I want to know it. We live in this country. I really need English. How does he support you? I need to correct this mistake. He also knows it. How regularly does your boss check it? How does your sister feel? How regularly does he do these exercises? I want to go to another place. Who do you know? These things seems unimportant. How long does it take her to get to this place? What does he remember? How long does it take his daughter to get to school? You need to remember this rule. I live in this country. Do you remember it? I need to speak English without any mistakes at all. I understand everything. It helps me. I like it. Which drink does she prefer? Tea or coffee? Do you support me? Why do your parents disagree with you? She feels so happy. He goes to work. It depends on us. Does he hate this thing? How often do you go there? I like this idea. I don't want to study there. When do you have free time? She watches different movies. Do you often listen to music? I like this method. She tries to understand it. It doesn't inspire me. I want it. How often do you think about it? Where do they spend time together? I'd like to drink a cup of coffee. She doesn't want to discuss it. When does he feel happy? I don't want to live in that city. Who wants to live abroad? Your lessons really help. He misses you. I do it with great pleasure. It attracts me. Why does she refuse to pay? She explains all these things very well. She loves you. These lessons really help. She does those exercises regularly. She always does it on time. What helps you? I want to go abroad. I need money. How often does she go to the cinema? What does she want to add? She works very hard. My sister studies there. I like your lessons. Who loves her? I remember it. I want a new computer. What helps you? She lives in this place. I'd like a cup of coffee. It doesn't seem strange. What worries you more? How does it help you? My parents want to do it. All people do it. How long does it take him to get to that place? He doesn't try to find a good job. You don't try to learn English. What kind of examples does his teacher give? Does this person seem very good? It doesn't seem useful. I think so. They go to work. I go to work. How does she explain it? She needs to correct these mistakes. What music do you prefer? My sister lives there. This lesson seems interesting. How do you get home? He wants more practice. Does that test seem very easy? Do we have enough knowledge? How do you spend your free time? Does he remember all these rules? Why does it happen again and again? Do they do business? Does she teach English? She reads in English. She speaks English very well. Do they support us? These lessons seem very useful. He often plays computer games. I practice English every day. My parents know it. Who corrects your mistakes? Does your boyfriend want to go abroad? Why does he say these things again and again? She has a cat. Who sees these mistakes? These things attract them. I see you really like English. I want more practice. Does he often think about it? Why do you think so? We speak English. Do you go to work? Do you work on your mistakes? Do these things seem unimportant? What does your boss usually answer? I need to study harder. Where do you work? How regularly do you practice English? He also works here. Does the student show brilliant results? He understands. Hi my friends, welcome to channel English Professionally and this video course 700 English sentences. So it's a very good English speaking and grammar practice if you really want to speak English fluently and correctly, so you can listen and repeat. How often does he test their knowledge? I want to know English better. I really like it. Do you want to study better? He lives there. This test seems very easy. I need your advice. I need to see her. She'd like to go to another place. What time do you usually get up? She feels happy. Do you often call him? How does he get home? What do you think about it? He doesn't know it. What seems useless? Do we have enough practice? I really like these lessons. He lives in this country. She wants to see you right now. I want to be happy. She has a car. Does he want to live abroad? What do your friends usually order? He works very hard. It depends on them. What English books does he have? He wants more. I understand you very well.